Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you are fine. Today we are going to revise chapter number 1 of First Flight, a letter to God. In this story, there is a character Lencho. Lencho was a very simple-hearted and hard-working farmer. लेंचो क्या काम करता था? वो एक फार्मर था. ही हैड फर्म फेथ इन गॉड, और भगवान में बहुत विश्वास रखता था. बट ही लैक्ड नॉलेज अबाउट द ग्रेस गिवन टू हिम बाय द पोस्ट ऑफिस. बट द पोस्ट office employees had sent him some money, but he was thinking that this money was sent to him by God. He was honest and was not afraid to speak the truth. That's why he called the post office employees a bunch of crooks. It was because he thought that they had stolen his money sent to him by God. So now let us have a look at the summary. A Letter to God is a story about a simple-hearted, honest, straightforward and hard-working farmer whose name was Lencho. He was living in a lonely house with his family, and the house was on the top of hill. From his house, he was able to see the river and the fields. He hoped a good crop this year, but there was the great need of rain. The rain started and he prayed to God for rain. Rain started. When his wife was preparing the dinner, he was excited and came out to enjoy the rain. He was enjoying the rain because this rain was very good for his crops. But he said that drops of rain were new coins. These were like new coins because by selling the crop he was able to get a lot of money. But it rained for an hour heavily. Suddenly it turned into a hailstorm. Jaldi hi hailstorm mein convert ho gayi. The crop was totally damaged. Lencho was very much disappointed. Lencho had a deep faith in God. He said, "No one dies of hunger." फिर उसको भगवान में विश्वास था तो वो बोलता है कि भूख से कोई नहीं मरता. He knew how to write a letter. The following Sunday at daybreak, he wrote a letter to God and asked God to send him 100 pesos. He dropped it into the mailbox. He wrote to God on envelope. और उसने जो पोस्ट किया उसके ऊपर क्या लिखा? To God. envelope पे. One of the post office employees laughed to see the letter. एक एम्प्लॉय हंसा भी कि भगवान के पास लेटर कैसे पहुंचेगा. He showed it to the postmaster. लेकिन postmaster भी पहले हंसा. But then he suddenly stopped. He became serious because he was thinking that one person is having great faith in God and we must have to do something for him. When he read it, he came to know that the writer needed money. He decided to help him. He collected money from his employees and friends. He himself also contributed, but he could collect only 70 pesos and put that money in an envelope and addressed it to Lencho. फिर उसने अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ को बोला कि हमें इस इंसान की मदद करनी है जिसने भगवान को लेटर भेजा है. फिर उन सब ने जितना जितना हो सकता था उतना उतना पैसा डाल के जब कलेक्ट किया, जब काउंट किया, इट वॉज 70 pesos ओनली. सो दे kept the money in an envelope and addressed it to Lencho. He wrote a single word as signature, God. The following Sunday, Lencho came to the office a little bit earlier than usual. It was the postman who handed him the letter. Lencho opened the envelope and counted money. He was not surprised to get the money. Instead, he was angry. मतलब उसको surprise नहीं हुआ क्योंकि वो सोच रहा था कि it is the duty of the God to send him money. But he was very angry because the God had not sent him the whole money as he had demanded. The God had sent him only 70 pesos instead of 100. He thought that God could not do a mistake. He wrote another letter to God that he had received only 70 pesos, so send him the rest of the money as he needed badly. And he said that this time sent the money to him through mail because the post office employees were a bunch of crooks. Yes, the next chapter which we are going to revise today is chapter number 2, Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. Theme of the story is Long Walk to Freedom is an extract from the autobiography of Nelson Mandela. This chapter is about his views about freedom for his people and description of inauguration ceremony. It was a great day for him. Democratic elections were held and he became the first president of South Africa. मीन्स क्या हुआ था कि फर्स्ट टाइम जब इलेक्शन हुए थे, डेमोक्रेटिक इलेक्शंस हुए थे, उस टाइम पे नेल्सन मंडेला साउथ अफ्रीका के फर्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट चुने गए थे. द इनॉग्रेशन सेरेमनी टुक प्लेस इन अ बिग एंड ओपन बिल्डिंग. In this ceremony, Africa's first democratic non-racial government and dignitaries from around the world were present, and Mandela expressed his thoughts about freedom. जब सभी dignitaries आए हुए थे, बड़े बड़े officials आए हुए थे, उनके सामने मंडेला ने express किया that what are his views about freedom. It was 10th May 1994, clear and bright day. Many famous leaders and dignitaries from all over the world had been coming there to pay respect to him before the inauguration. The inauguration ceremony took place in a large open building. All gathered here for the installation of South Africa's first democratic non-racial government. सभी क्यों आए थे? क्योंकि फर्स्ट टाइम अफ्रीका की फर्स्ट जो डेमोक्रेटिक नॉन रेशियल गवर्नमेंट थी वो बनी थी. His daughter Zenani also accompanied him in this ceremony. The author expressed his views in his speech. Firstly, he thanked all the international guests. Then he said that he had come there to be with the people of his country. He was not talking about his own liberty. He was talking about the liberty of the whole black community. आपको पता होगा कि जो साउथ अफ्रीकन्स होते हैं वो ब्लैक होते हैं मोस्टली, तो वो सिर्फ अपनी लिबर्टी के लिए नहीं बोल रहा था बल्कि पूरी कम्युनिटी की लिबर्टी की बात कर रहा था. He took pledge to liberate his people from the continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender and other discriminations. कि जिन चीज़ों पे लोगों में भेदभाव किया जाता है तो नेल्सन मंडेला ने उन सब चीज़ों को रिमूव करना था. After some time, he lifted his eyes and saw colorful South African jets and helicopters flew over the Union buildings. It was a way to show their loyalty to the nation of generals and police officers. Then the highest military general saluted Mandela. He thought that these were the generals who might have arrested him before. Then the national anthem of blacks, Die Stem and whites, Nkosi Sickles, Africa were sung. मतलब जो दो नेशनल एंथम्स थे, नया और पुराना, वो बोले गए. Mandela remembered the unimaginable sacrifices of those people of his country. He called himself the sum of all African patriots. He further said that no one is born to hate the other because of the color of his skin. People should learn to love because if they can learn hate, they can learn to love also. Love comes more naturally to human heart. कि गुस्सा हम किसी पे करते हैं लेकिन प्यार जो है वो नेचुरली आता है हमें किसी पे. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Further, Mandela told about man's obligations or duties. Every man has two duties. हर एक की दो ड्यूटीज़ हैं, to his family and to his community and country. एक ड्यूटी अपनी फैमिली के लिए और दूसरी जिस कम्युनिटी या कंट्री में आप रहते हो उसके लिए. It was very difficult for Mandela to perform or fulfill his both duties because in South Africa, black people were punished if they lived with their families. They were not allowed to do their duties towards their family. Mandela was not born with hunger to be free. He was not born free. He was born free. He was free to play in his childhood. He was free as long as he obeyed his father and customs of the tribe. Then after some times he got married and he had a family also. फिर उसकी शादी हो गई, उसकी भी family बन गई. But gradually he saw that he was also not free like other people. He wanted to make them also free. Then he joined African National Congress. Now the freedom of his people was more important for him. It gave him power and made him bold. The chains of people became chains for him also. शादी के बाद जब उसकी अपनी फैमिली बनी तब उसे समझ आया कि पीपल जो हैं वो कैसे बन जाते हैं शादी के बाद. मतलब उनकी ड्यूटीज़ जो हैं वो बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाती हैं. He knew that oppressor must be liberated as the oppressed. If a man who takes away another man's freedom is prisoner of hatred. One is not free if one is taking someone's freedom. अगर हम किसी की freedom को लेते हैं उससे, तो it doesn't mean that we are free. Both the oppressed and the oppressor are robbed of their humanity. So that's all with chapter number 2. Tomorrow we'll do the other chapters. Okay, bye. Have a nice day ahead.